After more than 3 decades in Ghana's police force, Emmanuel Omega had a clear plan for his retirement. Now, with an election approaching and amid a struggling economy, his plan has been derailed. He had invested part of his pension benefits in government bonds. But in 2023, Ghana's government, grappling with a mountain of domestic debt, restructured the bonds he and thousands of others held.
I was shocked and I didn't know what to do.
The domestic debt restructuring was necessary for Ghana's government to get a 3-year, $3 billion International Monetary Fund bailout. But it saw the retired chief inspector's old bonds exchanged for new ones with lower yields and longer maturities. He says he now can't afford to fuel or service his car, and describes his money as having been stolen.
Most of our colleagues, those who could not withstand the heat, the pressure, some just had a heart attack, shock.
Omega's plight is indicative of the economic anxiety that has gripped Ghana ahead of a December 7th presidential election. Under the current authorities, Ghana's economy has buckled under the weight of the global health crisis, the war in Ukraine, higher global interest rates, and years of excessive borrowing. Public debt rose from 63% of GDP in 2019 to 92.7% in 2022. The Cedi currency has suffered rapid depreciation. Inflation has peaked above 54%. And that's hit consumers and businesses. At a market in Ghana's capital Accra, second-hand clothes seller Ma Rose says the cost of goods is extremely high.
25 million.
A sack of onions, for example, has almost tripled in price, she says, adding that life is increasingly difficult. The election pits Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia of the ruling New Patriotic Party against former President John Dramani Mahama of the opposition National Democratic Congress. One analyst said polls have shown that most Ghanaians are struggling with a cost of living crisis, and that makes it a key influence on the election. Meanwhile, voters like Omega say the challenges they've faced with the debt restructuring will be a factor in determining who gets their vote.